Welcome to the Sound Live. My name is Matthew, and I am your host. Guess what? We have a really great show lined up today, and I have a great new studio, as you can all see. It looks fantastic. Thank you so much to my incredible wife for designing this incredible background for me in honor and celebration of 25,000 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you, and I am super excited. So let me introduce everybody, starting off with Evelyn Holland. She's got some new music coming out soon at keysofsolomon.bandcamp.com. How you doing, Eve?
Good. Yeah. As far as like lyrics and all that, I've been getting more into that as of recent. That's like the last piece of the puzzle, and I usually write the music first, and then I write lyrics. I don't know. I know that sounds backwards, but that's just just the way I do it.
Everyone has their own process. Welcome, Jennifer Valaquette. What are you working on right now, Jennifer?
I'm super excited. I've actually been doing some more saxophone quartets, and I'm doing the Glassenoff Concerto kind of slowly because I have to work and edit it and stuff. So I'm hoping to get that up. And I got a new sound system.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Thank you.
And Kyle Walls returns again. How you doing today, Kyle?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How's everybody doing?
Cool. Kyle's a singer-songwriter, and he's always got something new going on. What do you want to tell us about this time?
Pretty soon, I'm going to be announcing a new album.
Ooh.
So I got a plan. I got the content. It is... it's exciting.
And let's go ahead and do Eve's pick. Go ahead and introduce us, Eve.
It's a given that I was going to do Deep Purple at some point because I'm a huge Richie Blackmore fan. And I know we've done. Have we done Rainbow? Yeah, we've done Rainbow twice already, but we haven't done Deep Purple. And I figure Mark III Deep Purple, if you guys are familiar with all the versions of the band, is a solid representation of what they were about. I mean, I love Mark II with Gillan and Blackmore and the supposed classic lineup, but Mark III just was, I don't know, it was something else. And Burn and Stormbringer are incredible albums. This is a title track from the Burn record, it's the vocal interplay between Glenn Hughes and David Coverdale, who was later of Whitesnake, as you guys know, is amazing. Yeah, it's just like their voices harmonize just in this such a great way.
Cool. I don't think I'm familiar with Purple with David Coverdale. That's neat, because I've definitely heard him in a couple of different things. I heard him with Jimmy Page as well, and I like that.
Yeah. He surprisingly sings lower in Deep Purple, because I know with Whitesnake he started like doing more of like a Robert Plant thing as opposed to a blues thing, which he did with Mark III and actually Mark IV Deep Purple, which came out with that one record, Come Taste the Band, with Tommy Bolin. It was much more bluesy, and then he just kind of let loose later with Whitesnake and all the other stuff he's done.
All right, I think we should get this rolling. Anyone have anything else to say before we start it?
Oh, it looks exciting. The picture is like a bunch of people.
All right. And so, without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Deep Purple Burn 1974 Live Video HQ. Here we go! it was really, really cool, Eve. That
Yeah.
was really, really, really cool. Oh, it like activates my inner like Beavis and Butthead almost,
I know.
right?
I
I'll really call you.
I can't even do that.
Shut up, Butthead. What are you talking about? Shut up.
Oh my god, that's funny.
I forgot to mention that was from Cal Jam, which I would suggest checking out the entire performance, because I think they actually they got a lot of press for destroying. I think it was Richie Blackmore destroyed like 2 ABC cameras, which I think cost the band like $200,000 in that time's money or something crazy like that. And yeah, it's a pretty incredible performance all around. It's intense.
Yeah, it was face melter, totally. I mean, like I felt like a really really nice fusion of just heavy metal and blues, through that. And I mean, it's just how much you can do with 3 chords and some freaking attitude. Oh my God. Now, I have one tiny criticism of the sound, and I know it was a long time ago. I couldn't hardly hear Richie's guitar solo. And then the camera work, they were like behind him, so you couldn't really see what he was doing. And it was sort of like a little bit lost. Now, and then the keyboard solo, like when Richie was playing his guitar solo, they were showing the keyboard player, but then when the keyboard solo was going, you could hear it great, but they were like showing the bass player or something else. So I know this is just technical stuff about the video, but the performance itself was incredible. I just would have, and I mean it's rare when I'm shouting out at a lead guitar player and saying, "Hey, you weren't quite loud enough on your solo." Like that's a compliment. Come on, seriously, you know that. Like,
and you have 3 Marshall stacks behind you. So yeah,
exactly.
I was marveling at a few things. The bass players singing. Holy crap! I mean, that guy started going. I'm like,
well, he was the original singer, right? Like for the Smoke on the Water and all that.
Was it?
No, that's Ian Gillan.
Okay.
No, that's Glenn Hughes. Like I said, Mark III, Deep Purple. They hired.
Okay.
So they hired a bass player because the bass player left, but he was also a singer. He came from the band Trapeze. Glenn Hughes did, and then David Coverdale, I think, was an unknown that they hired as the front person. So they wanted like a backup vocalist, bass player, and a lead or a front person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thinking of the huge sound that they had, and yeah, totally the guitar was not present in that mix as it probably should have been. But thinking about the
song, I was literally talking about the guitar solo.
Really, I thought in general, and not because I'm a guitar player. I'm always the guitar player that is not loud. I would be that player. It's like, hey, you could turn it up a little bit.
Me too.
But yeah. But I was marveling too at the drummer's kit. What he had, like 3 cymbals, hats, which are extra cymbal, and like 1 or 2 toms, and kick and snare, and man, that drum set sounded huge. I mean, they had mics all over it, but still, 1974 to get that much quality audio from a live setting, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I was just thinking. Oh, sorry.
I like Ian Pace's simplicity and his, I guess, his setup, and that he can get a lot out of a little.
Definitely. Jennifer, you had something you were going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, I think this reminds me of the type of concert like my mom would go to back then. It does. And I really think like she used to, like I said before, she used to go to the Beatles and stuff. But I just loved it all around. It was a really good song, and like I said, I like the mix of this kind of the styles and stuff. And that drum set, I was just like, whoa. The drum set. But yeah, I thought it was really neat. So
I guess, because like the earlier Deep Purple never really like was my thing. I just didn't really get into the older stuff, and now I'm kicking myself because that's really good, and I'm looking forward to checking out more of that and more some their even later stuff, because like I was hearing that in a lot of music, like guitar lines from the 80s and stuff. Like, just to throw out a line, like a band, like say for example Motley Crue, the way their riffs were like so like I just felt like now I hear the Ritchie Blackmore influence in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, if that makes sense.
He yes, no, it does. Yeah, I mean, like the Force, for example, that was a big thing that he was famous for. I mean, that's like that is the Smoke on the Water riff. Is those Force with like yeah. It's like he uses that a lot. He's just like he's genius level at that for in terms of rock riffing. But yeah.
Yeah, and I mean everybody like has sort of kind of continued that. Like for example, like John Petrucci or even like Linkin Park, they would take the bass note would be the root of the chord, and then the guitar would be like maybe a 6 or a 7 string where they would have the fifth of the chord below the root, and so then you hear the bass and then the fifth and then the root. You know what I'm saying? Like from the bass up. By playing that extra fifth in the guitar, it makes it like extra heavy, extra dirty. And like I was hearing Ritchie doing that, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, just because like he, started that. It was awesome.
Yeah. I was hearing like Motorhead, like what would influence Motorhead and stuff too. And I've heard that song countless times growing up. I mentioned every once in a while staying up late when I should be going to bed as a kid just to hear my brother play guitar. And yeah, they would be jamming loud until my mom and dad told them, it's like, you need to stop. That was like nightly as a kid. He was 14 years older than me, so I was always the little punk going, will you show me something, please? And
that's funny.
Right on. Well, that was really cool, and I'm really grateful for the discussion that we had because of that as well.
Yeah.
So, anything else we want to say about that before we transition to our last reaction for the day?
I liked it.
Cool.
Thank you.
All I need to do is Blackmore's Night, and I got every single like Blackmore project. Or we've reacted to every single Blackmore project, rather.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I like it though.
I wanted to let you know, if you want bonus content, I got you covered. You can get bonus content now every single week from patreon.com/Matthews Music Lesson Studio. Get a bonus video. Get your bonus on. All right? You need to check that out, even if you just like pay $1 one time and like watch every single video and then cancel like right away and just only ever pay $1. I mean, at least you will have checked it out. All right, trust me, you're gonna have a good time. I got lots of good stuff on Patreon.
Yeah.
Also, Jennifer knows, she's one of my patrons. She gets to enjoy the videos. Back to school special, MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. You can get recordable lessons on your computer for $20 a half hour. That's it. This is incredibly cheap, dude. This is like the same price that like people pay me to like go to their house, to somebody's house. So save the middleman money. Just get it directly from me. Nobody got to go nowhere. You can record it, and it's going to sound great because I got my brand new interface here. It reduces latency. I need to recoup some of that investment. So everybody, check it out, MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. And we got Happy Birthday, Kyle! One more time. Happy birthday, Kyle! Thank you all for being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time on The Sound Live. Thank you.